Hey everybody, I am the MoeChicken. Welcome to my stream. How y'all doing tonight? Hope you're having a good Thursday. I've had an okay Thursday. It was a little strange. I had do you ever one of those situations where, like, I guess people that have meetings at work where, like, all of your meetings are staggered so that you can't really get anything done because they're staggered just enough that, like, you're just stuck at your desk the whole day. That's what I had today. But it was okay. And it has been raining, which is nice. I'm very happy about that. Glad to hear it, Jimmy. And we're going to be playing more Earthbound Zero. I believe I have gotten us back to where we were. My level might not be the same, and my equipment might not be the same. But I think just about everything else is. So I think we should be good to go with getting some more Earthbound. So let's go ahead and get into it. Bleh. All right. So as I mentioned, the last time we tried to play this, the cartridge wasn't working, and so we are forced instead to play on. Hey, Black, welcome, willkommen. So we are forced to play on the Analog Pocket. I actually wanted to play no, because he didn't promote himself. I know, right? It's a secret. Nobody tell anyone. Hey, at least I've started putting my what do you call it? Twitch page in the notifications, so like that's a little bit better. That's slightly better than it was before. As always, let me know if the audio is no good. I think it should be fine, though. It's the same as it was before, so hopefully it'll be fine. Yeah, we're having to play this on the Pocket because it's the only option that I have been able to get to work. So great. So good job. Thank you. Thank you, Black. I'm glad. I'm glad. All right. So back to the story of Gunth. Gunth here is our hero. He is currently in the town of Marysville, which is west of his home in Podunk. And in the last time we played this, we met up with our next party member, Butth, who is currently on the roof of the Marysville Elementary School. He claims he has explosives, which I want, because I want to blow up a boulder. And he said in order for us to be his friend, he really wanted to set off a bottle rocket. And so I went to I guess it's a bottle rocket factory down south, which inexplicably is called the Sweet Little Factory. I don't really know why. And we got bottle rockets. So we are now going to go back and see if he will be our friend now that we have bought him explosives. Oh, another fun little thing. I didn't notice this until I was playing it again because my volume was too low last time. The music that's playing right now is a mixture of two things. It is the dun 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 that is frequently used. I think that's frequently used for the school bell in Japanese elementary schools. It's also used for a lot of like grandfather clocks. But it's that song mixed with, is it called the Westminster Chime? I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, that. It's mixed with the song that plays when you are setting up your game in Earthbound for the Super Nintendo. It's kind of a fun little thing that I didn't notice before. Is it Big Ben? I don't know. Maybe so. Hello, Butth.
Hi, I'm Butth. I wanted to fly bottle rockets and that the Sweet Little Factory is producing. Wow, this bottle rocket is sure to cause a bang. We may be able to make some more on our own. More explosives. Come with me to the lab.
Okay. Nice. I have a friend, and my friend is a pyrotechnician.
Later we should go to Duncan's factory. I've heard they're constructing an incredible rocket. All I care about is exploding things. That's why they put me in the roof.
I have one on my mantle behind me that makes the sound.
They call me names. Weakling or Four Eyes or worse. I'll show them. I'm sure you've heard them. That's why I'm making explosives.
Does Butt pronounce their butt? Pyromania technician. Yeah.
Your bottle rocket and my... great, isn't it? What?
I don't know. Oh, no! You blew everything up. It's all destroyed. This looks like a room from, Maniac Mansion now. So... Are we done? Did I win? He's level 1, unfortunately. So... Well, we have our second party member now. Do you have the explosives? Do you have the he has nothing. He has nothing. Why did I get you in my party? What was the point of this? He's just a guy who likes blowing things up. Should I give him a lisp? I guess I could give him a lisp. I was just gonna give him like a nerdy voice. All right, do I have money? Let me see if I have money. Check the cash dispenser. Ba-da-da-da-da. Use my cash card. Okay. Is that enough? Time to party! Yeah, baby! We got money! Alright, let me pull out $1,000. I think he can use the boomerang, if I remember correctly. Also, I'm gonna give you things. Give this to you. Okay, and then I want you to also have... I can't use the bottle rocket, I don't think, right? Look at this. But, yeah, button is how you use it. Okay. Nope. So, Butt is absolutely the same character he is in the next game. He's just, like, a nerdy guy. He's not very strong, but he can, like, repair stuff and use tools. Alright. I want... Oh, it's 1,100? Fudge. Okay. I can afford that. I can afford that. It's okay. I can afford that. Actually, can I sell... Let me sell this Life Up cream. Hello. Yes. Can you buy this Life Up cream? That'll be perfect. Fantastic. Yes. Excellent. Okay, that'll be good. Hello. I love that you can just return anything to that woman. It's like, do you have something to return? It's like, yeah, I have this, like, Life Up cream that I definitely bought here, and I don't want any more, and I don't have a receipt. You want it? You can just take it. I was like, no. All right, so I think he can use that, right? Goods, boomerang, give to Butt. All right, can you use that? Butt, use. Yes, okay, good. So he's got a weapon now. So we gotta kind of beef him up a little bit. He's level 1. He won't be able to survive out in the wild. It's too dangerous for him. So we gotta go fight things in a safer area. I also probably want to go back to Magicant to get him equipment there. That's one of the things that I didn't realize the first time I played this game, is that the equipment in Magicant is, I think, some of the best in the game. And I think the game expects you to kind of like keep... Oh, no. Okay, well, I'll fight it. All right, fight that, and you just hide. Don't kill Butt. Okay, good. I think the game expects you to keep going back to Magicant for some reason. I didn't really do that the first time I played the game. I thought it's just like, okay, well, no, you go there, like, once, and then once again at the end of the game. But no, you're supposed to... I think you're just supposed to keep going back there to get stuff. So... if I can make a little money leveling him up, we can get him some better equipment, which would be good, because he needs it. Because he is a scrawny little nothing boy. Alright. Oh, the music changed, too! So this game is kind of like, hey, Psycho Truck! How are you? Time for me to just, you know, like, fight this semi-truck with a baseball bat. Seems reasonable. The 50s inspired anime music. It is fun. It is honestly pretty fun. Gunth had an asthma attack? That's no good. I don't want to have an asthma attack. Oh, that's right. They mentioned that at the beginning of the game, that, Gunth has asthma. But what the heck, man? Don't kill him. I'm still having an asthma attack. This is awful. No, all right, let's see if we can get out of here. I don't want to. My asthma is acting up while fighting this semi truck. Butt is dead. Okay, great. Can we run? I know I'm having an asthma attack. This is awful. My friend is dead, and I'm having. Okay, we're dead. Oh, and now I gotta revive him. Oh, that sucks, though. Oh, boy. I gotta revive him. I don't have money, though. Do I have money? Hang on. Good. Let's see. All right, use my cash card. Use. Okay, I've got some money. It's just like the American healthcare system. Don't have enough money? Well, your friend just gets to stay dead. That's where we're at right now. You gotta have money to revive your friends. Hey, Darkman, welcome. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, I died. Old Sawbones Benny, hello. I'm here to visit Butt. 190, jeez. It really is the American healthcare system. Why don't we have universal healthcare? Living in America sucks. Oy vey. Alright, what do I got? I have no PP now. I have 0 PP. My PP is gone because I ran into a truck and had an asthma attack, and now I have no PP. Yeah, you want some health, kid? Yeah. But yeah, I think they mentioned at the beginning of the game that Gunt has asthma. It's just kind of like a throwaway thing. I think it's just someone in Podunk was like, oh, hey, how's your asthma then? Car. Oh no, not a truck and a car. Okay, don't kill Gunt. Or don't kill Butt. No, not that! No, my asthma! No, my asthma! Dunk on it! No! I'm sure someone would have figured out a way to make universal healthcare even worse than what we have now. Yeah. We can't have good things here. We can't have nice things here. Alright, just get out of there. Just run. I know you have an asthma attack. Just run away. Don't kill him. Doggone it! I'm gonna die again immediately. Immediately I'm gonna die again. I just want to get out of here. I'm having an asthma attack. My asthma is aggravating my asthma, eh? Remember the first place I ever encountered the word miasma was from Inuyasha. And that was my only encounter with it. So, like, if you're not familiar, in the anime Inuyasha, well, anime and manga Inuyasha, the main antagonist is a guy called Naraku. And he's like a conglomerate demon. Like, he's a bunch of demons kind of crammed together. And one of his main, like, abilities is that he can just emit this, like, purple, noxious gas that will just like corrode and poison and just kill everything in the environment. And the translators just called it miasma. And so the first time I saw the word miasma outside of the context of Inuyasha, I was like, oh, so it's not just like evil purple gas that kills everyone. I was like, oh, I thought it was a word they made up for Inuyasha. No, rock. Oh! I don't know what you're getting at, Dan. Oh gosh. I hate this fight. I hate this fight. Look at that. Oh, no rock? Oh, no Raku? Is that how it was said in the show? I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I could see it being the case. Naraku was voiced by Paul Dobson, who also voiced Anubis in Ronin Warriors. Oh, Ronin Warriors! Okay, so here's the only thing I remember about Ronin Warriors. When it was coming out on Toonami, it aired before I got home, so I could never watch it. You see, the challenge, Dan, is that you do typos a lot, and so sometimes I have to like translate and think that, okay, well, maybe there was a typo, and so maybe he was saying something else. So I try and come up with other words that the typo could have been, and I thought in this case the O was a typo, and it was like on or of or something like that, and I was like, what's he trying to say here? I get that it's a joke, but what's he trying to say? I was doing my best, I just didn't get it. What was I saying though? Oh yeah, so Ronin Warriors, it started before I got home, and so I never got to watch it, but I remember seeing it in the commercials for Toonami. And I think one of the characters, the guy that had like the Kusarigama, I think he was a bad guy. I think he had an attack called Quake with Fear or something like that. It was something with fear. I always used to thought it was Rake with Fear, like the thing you use to gather leaves, like Rake with Fear. And I thought that was the funniest thing. And so I always used to joke, that this guy was just like, Rake with Fear! He was just a really aggressive gardener. The other thing I remember is, so when I was growing up, because I was so smart, I got to be in the like accelerated learning thing. And it was cool because like basically what would happen is that like me and a couple of other people I got along with, because nerds tend to congregate, we would go to like this other classroom like once a week, and we'd get to just like have fun with like thinking. No, it was called the PACE program is what ours was called. It was like Public Accelerated Curriculum Education or something like that. I'm not really sure. Can you heal my friend? He's a ghost. Will tacos revive the dead? I really hope tacos revive the dead. Oh no, chickens! Oh, tacos don't revive the dead! I still have to pay for healthcare. Boo, I thought I could pay for healthcare with tacos. Only if the tacos are made of souls. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna revive my friend at the hospital. And then... Yes. And then we're gonna fight in this area until he's a little bit higher level. Gonna fill your tacos with shredded phoenix down. Can you imagine how much down you would get from a single phoenix? I guess that's what you could buy it in like it's just like grocery stores, Final Fantasy grocery stores. Oh yeah, so the other thing I remember about Ronin Warriors. So we would go to this PACE class, and every year there would be like a theme for the year, and the theme would have, you know, like usually it was based around some sort of like a country or something like that. And then oftentimes there would also be these like inter-school competitions where like the the various PACE programs would compete against each other and try and like solve like puzzles. Like there was like something called Scholars Bowl where you would there was like a question and answer kind of thing. And then one of them though was an engineering challenge, and part of the challenge was to develop there was a bridge you had to develop out of like specific materials, and there was like a what was it? There was one where you were supposed to like make like a rope assembly to get things across a gap. And I remember the thing that was brought in to test the strength of the rope bridge was one guy's Ronin Warriors. He just brought in all of his Ronin Warriors action figures, and that's what we used to test our I was in Scholars Bowl. I was actually. It was fun. It made me very enthusiastic about trivia as a child. All right, I need to pay for the healthcare system again. Money, please. Oh, okay, you were saying you were also in it. Nice. Fellow scholar, high five. We miss each other and hate each other in the glasses, but it's fine. But yeah, so those are the two things. Rake with Fear and using Ronin Warriors action figures to make a bridge. And it was fun. And those are the things I know about Ronin Warriors. I didn't have a chance to concur because of childcare, but my first exposure to my husband was also Inuyasha. I really liked Inuyasha back when I was watching it. I don't know if I could watch it now. It's definitely one of those things that I think maybe would be a little cringy at this point. Hey, Axel. But I really liked it when it was coming out, man. I thought it was super cool. Oh my gosh. Yes, fine. Please revive my friend from the dead for money. All right. Let's go try and fight things again and maybe not die this time. Let's see, where can we go to fight things? I will go north of Podunk and see if that'll work. Yeah, I really liked Inuyasha. There was a this is also like crazy obscure, and I doubt it will resonate with anyone, but I'll say it anyway. So when I was in high school, I had two friends. Two specific friends. I had more than two friends, but the two friends that are relevant to the story are the ones I'm talking about. And we would frequently go over to one of my other friends' houses and play video games. And if you've heard me talk about how I have the video game library of one of my friends, that is the same friend that I'm talking about. He had a ton of PlayStation and PlayStation 2 games, and when I think when we were in college, he gave me his library and just said, "I think you'll use these more than I will. Hold on to them until I want them back." And I think in his mind, he fully intended to never ask for them back, but I assume at some point they will be requested to be returned. So, but anyway, I would usually just watch. You loved Road Warriors? It was on the local TV stations in here. Yeah, my first exposure to most anime was through Toonami. So I pretty much just liked what Toonami had going for it. Anyway, yeah, so I would usually just watch them play competitive games because I don't do well with competitive games. I get too into it. I get frustrated and angry, and I'm no fun to be around. So, but there was this one, and we were all into Inuyasha. We all liked anime. And he had an Inuyasha fighting game that was like poorly translated, I think. And the funniest thing about it was at the very end of the game, like when you beat the game, during the credits, it would show what was that? Shippo? I think it was Shippo, the little like fox guy, the fox child. And he would just like come out and say, "Hey, okay, welcome." He would just come out and kind of just like say things, but they were all like badly translated things. And it was just so funny. Like he was supposed to be kind of like talking about how great you are. And like, so they were all supposed to be like complimentary, but it was just nonsense what he would be saying. And the funniest one was sometimes he would say, "The voice master." And I have no idea what the voice master could possibly have been intended for. The voice master. Shippo just comes out, he's just like, "The voice master." An old high school friend, I love my old high school friend, my entire N64 line with their plus including Conquer. Oh, that's rough, Echo. I'm sorry. When you arrive your associate, do you think you were carrying the body across the map? Do you think the fee for the ambulance to go get them? I think The fee is to literally summon their ghost back from the dead. I think that's why we have to pay so much. Is that because they always say that the body was brought in. So some good Samaritan went out and found the body, and all they're doing is putting the ghost, which is following me, into the unconscious body. That's what I think is good. That's my opinion. In which case, we're probably getting a pretty good deal for the amount of money we're paying to revive the dead, but I still don't like having to pay it. I never finished the thought about Dragon Quest II. I actually don't even think I started the thought about Dragon Quest II. This game has the same thing that Dragon Quest II has, where the world map music changes. David Hayter draws near. Oh, Snake. Got it. I was like, did David Hayter have something to do with, like, reviving the dead? I was very confused for a second there. Oh, doggone it. This game doesn't have retargeting. I gotta remember that. But yeah, this game, like Dragon Quest II, as soon as you have a second character, the world map music changes, which is kind of fun. Also, another fun thing about it is the music that is playing on the world map now is one that I believe plays in Super Smash Bros. Melee. And it was one of the songs that I used to wonder, I was like, where's this coming from? This isn't an Earthbound song. And it's because it was an Earthbound Zero song. There you go. I'm rambling. But that's what I do. I gotta work on my, sounds very Master System-ish. I could see that. I should play more Master System. I mean, it's the same thing I always say about any Sega system. I should play more Sega systems because I don't know anything about them, and I'm sure there are plenty of fun games for them. But heck if I know any of them. But yeah, so like I heard this song in Smash Brothers, and it bugged me because I was like, well, what the heck? It's not an Earthbound song. Because I really knew Earthbound. I'm very familiar with Earthbound. I can entirely thank my appreciation for Earthbound, or I can entirely base my appreciation from Earthbound on one friend in middle school. You should play the fixed. I actually have a reproduction of Pop Full Mail, and I played part of it. It is very good. That's one that I consider doing a series on, but I have to beat it first. You go over the Mega Drive Genesis, but that's all I remember going to girls' house. Oh, yeah, Alex Kidd though. All I know about Alex Kidd is the junk and pawn thing, like the idea that at the end of the stage you had to play like rock paper scissors with like bosses, which is such a funny idea. Although I want to say that that's also a thing in like either Anpanman or what is his name? The blue cat, the blue robot cat. What's his name? Doraemon. Like at the end of the episode, they throw out like a is it the maybe? I don't know, Dan. I don't know that one. I mean, if I was gonna play it for y'all, I would probably play the one that I have a disc copy of rather than emulating it. But that's the name the modders gave it, not you. I could see that. I've seen a lot of people get really angry at working designs. Oh, I got that magic herb. How nice. And I mean, in some cases I get it, but I mean, some folks get really angry about working designs. Like, really angry at working designs. I've seen some very intense backlash about working designs. If not for working designs, I probably never would have played Lunar. So I appreciate them for that. Because I like Lunar. I thought it was fun. And I always call it Lunar rather than Lunar, even though I know Lunar is just a word. People get angry. Yeah, it's true. People get angry at anything. I do that. I get angry at all kinds of dumb things. No reason. I just get mad at them. Is there something on my screen here? What is this? There is something on my screen. Clean that later. Oh no. Please don't give me asthma. I don't want an asthma attack. It's awful. I've had an asthma attack before. It is awful, actually. I don't, like, fortunately for me, knock on wood, I don't have asthma. But I've had respiratory illnesses that required me to have, like I had pneumonia before. Let's see, when it was ported over here, working designs really messed with it in the translation, but it's difficulty. It's fine until you hit the first boss battle. Yeah. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like they. There's a game for the is it Saturn or CD? I think it's Saturn, called They, V-A-Y, and it's a working designs title, or it's a working designs translation. And yeah, they have this weird obsession with like making games like stupidly harder, like to the point where they're not really fun. And Vey is a good example of that. They just dramatically increased. First of all, they dramatically increased the. You don't think you know that? It's a good game, except for the things I'm about to describe. Like it's got those great pixel-based cutscenes that I've talked about liking so much in series. Is Super Star Wars, was that changed when it came to America? I thought that game was just that hard. What I'm talking about is a situation where a game was made harder by like a translator for an arbitrary reason. But yeah, like they just dramatically increased the damage of the they dramatically increased the attack output of enemies, but most significantly they increased the MP costs of. Oh, don't kill him. Well, you didn't kill him. Thank you. All right. Can I do this? Guard. Oh, that's not gonna be enough if he takes another hit, though. It is. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah, referring to differently. I have beaten Super Star Wars. I have beaten Super The Empire Strikes Back. I have never beaten Return of the Jedi though. And I've only ever beaten Empire Strikes Back on easy. I've never beaten it on normal or hard, or normal or Jedi, or brave or Jedi, I think is what they're called. But yeah, I had Super Star Wars as a kid, and I even beat it as a child just because I loved Star Wars so much. I was way into Star Wars as a kid, man. I loved the original trilogy just so much as a kid. I might have just been more tenacious. Also, there's a trick you can do in the very first level where you can farm gun power-ups. Oh, Takeshi's Challenge? I kind of want to play that, but I also don't. You know? What was I talking about before? Oh, I was talking about they. Yeah, so they dramatically increased the MP requirements for spells in they to the point where it actually sort of affected game balance. Because in the original game, what the frick, man? Don't kill Butt. He's just trying to survive. I'm just trying to get him some levels. Bear. Yeah, so like in the original Vey, the original Japanese Vey, the basic healing spell was supposed to cost 3 MP to use. In the Working Designs translation, they upped that to costing 10 MP to use. Which means your basic healer went from being able to cast a heal, like I think your basic healer starts off with about 13 MP when you first get her. That changes the situation from her being able to potentially heal your party 4 times to being able to only heal your party 1 time before you go back to an inn. And so it became like basically what wound up happening was when I tried to play it, I just didn't use healing magic. It convinced me that magic in this game was not actually beneficial, and so I got used to the idea of just having someone on permanent oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Hang on. Game work? Wow. Hey. Hot dang, man. That's a pretty impressive little piece of technology. I thought I was gonna have to start over. Nice. Good job, Analog Pocket. I was switching the way my legs were crossed, and I dropped a I pulled the whole assembly of my thing down, and I thought that for sure it was gonna break stuff, but yeah, it worked fine. Anyway, y'all have moved on the conversation, so I'll stop talking about they. Suffice it to say, I understand the idea that, you know, sometimes working designs kind of messes games up pretty badly. But I guess maybe it's the fact that so many of the games that they mess up are games that wouldn't have come to America otherwise. So the people that like those games and would have enjoyed playing them are fully aware of the fact that, like, like the only way they can play it is in this harder difficulty or whatever. Undertale started as a Earthbound mod? Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I know that people like to say it was heavily influenced by Earthbound, but I didn't know it actually started off as a mod of Earthbound. That's interesting. Oh, I did not know that. Oh, I wonder if we have enough money now. I want to go and get some equipment. Let me go see how much money we have now. Let's see. Department store has fun. Hello. Hello, father. That should be enough to get him something. Okay. There, Ed, he as F, and not in a good way. Edgy AF. Okay, you see, this is what I mean. I have to translate your typos. Yes, I have actually heard of that. Apparently, I think probably what you're referring to is the, yup, there you go. Okay, you said it. Yes, it was the Halloween hack, I think is the one that famously he did not like. And I've read about it, and it sounds pretty awful. It sounds like he was just trying really hard to make something edgy, and it's very like Chun and Myo. I imagine he is very embarrassed by it now. If I remember correctly, the general... I mean, the thing that's interesting, though, is that, like, even as edgy and, like, obnoxious as it is, and I haven't played it, I've only read about it, you can still tell how much he loved Earthbound, though. Because it's based on I guess I'm giving spoilers for the Halloween hack if anyone cares. It's based on the worst case scenario of the Super Nintendo Earthbound, where the party does not actually defeat the final boss. And so basically Giygas's plans of corrupting the world continue, and the story is about the fallout of that. So I mean, it's kind of it's interesting from that perspective. That's something I've thought of as well. You know, like I never like to think about the quote-unquote bad end. You know, like what happens when the heroes don't succeed. Because there are some games that show you. You know, like there's some there's some games where if you game over, there's like a whole sequence that happens afterward that kind of like implies that things go wrong. Actually, a good example of that is in Chrono Trigger. In Chrono Trigger, at certain points in the game, if you game over, you can see a bad ending where that shows, you know, Lavos basically destroying the world or whatever. Anyway, the short of it is, I get really depressed thinking about those bad endings. But there is something, you know, sort of interesting about it. As sort of an academic exercise, it is interesting, but just kind of a bummer. Oh, Buth is almost dead. Oops, sorry, Buth. I didn't notice. Sorry, man. This episode may just be me leveling up Buth, honestly, trying to get him to a place where I can use him. Well, no, maybe not. I mean, I'm sure once I've got him some equipment, we'll be able to use him. I'm such a sensitive soul. I am a sensitive soul. I am a delicate little egg, easily broken, very fragile. It's something that my dad laments. My dad's talked to him. He's like, you gotta toughen up, man. You're like an adult. You gotta not be so upset by these things. I'm like, oh, I'm still upset though. Buth was cursed from the get-go. Yeah. You gonna play the Silent Hill? I tried somebody to downright offensive. You're not talking about PT, are you? I know PT was a playable trailer for Silent Hill. And I feel like that's the most famous Silent Hill demo. Far later. Okay, no, I didn't. I'm not really a horror game guy anyway. Oh, how's the audio and stuff? Everything good? You can hear me? You can hear the game? No problems? So that schoolgirl with self-harm issues. That's not great. It is a big deal, though. Not go down well with good reason. Yeah. I guess I really can't weigh in without knowing what the content was like. Silent Hill F. Oh, come on, man. Okay. Alright. Oh, what the heck? Why'd you disconnect? Oh, stay connected. Doggone it. Okay. Well, controller's upside down now. This way? Alright. Minnie? I need to talk to you. Minnie. Talk. Hello, Minnie. I need to take something out. I need the, Onyx hook. Yep. Give it to me. No. No. Reverse is probably the most challenging one. Fortunately, we're playing like an RPG right now, so it's not as bad as it could be. Alright. Yep. $160. Okay, that should be enough to get him some equipment, which is good. Silent Hill F is the first Silent Hill since before PT. Really? Oh, you mean like the first one that's not like a remake of something? The short message. Okay. Alright, nope, back. There we go. Good. Honestly, having the controls like this isn't too bad once you kind of just get your head into it a little bit. Like once you get... Oh wait, I can just use the Onyx hook. You just have to kind of like reset your brain a little bit. Use it. Onyx hook. Hey! So I didn't know how the Onyx hook worked for a while. Like when I first played this game, I didn't really get what it was supposed to do. It just brings you back to MoeChicken anytime you need to. Come back here. Like you can come here manually, with like the same way you got here in the first place, but it's way easier to just do it this way. Yeah, appreciate y'all not banging on too much about something that's offensive in my chat. Thank you. It does sound like it was an unfortunate topic. So. Oh, come on. Alright, hello, old man. I need to give you a soulful cry. Soulful cry! Hello, old man. I did. I do need money, yes. Nice. Alright, give me 1,300. Now, the one downside to the old man here is that you actually can't deposit any money once you've taken it out. So, you only ever really want to take out what you absolutely need when it comes to this guy. How long is reverse supposed to last? I can't remember. Originally, I was going to just set a timer, but I didn't. Alright, hey, dude. Wait, no, I need the guy that has the rings. I think this is the ring guy. Are you the ring guy? Are you Ringo? It's 5 minutes? Okay. When did you start it? When did you start it? A little while ago. Are you the same protagonist in all the games? It's hard to say. So in Earthbound Zero and Earthbound, kind of. In both games, your name is translated as either Ninten or Ness. But ostensibly you're not the same person. You just look identical. And then in Mother 3, you are a different character. Because I think Ness is actually a character also in Earthbound in Mother 3, unrelated to the protagonist. Okay, Buff has a ring now. Good. Yeah, sort of like Zelda rules, at least for the first 2 games. Hello. Here in Magic, it's like the world outside. Just leave me some cash, then with the goods you can dash. Hee hee hee. Well, I can't afford the protect coin, so you can have the peace coin. Alright, cool. No. Alright, I'm flipping it back around. I'll try to have a timer set next time. Alright. Give that to Buth. Alright, so Buth should now be able to hold his own a bit better, I think. So what are his stats like? States. Alright. So Gunth is... Yeah, so Gunth has a defense of 66, but he's also level 15. But now has a defense of 29. So he should be able to hold up a little bit better. Alright, so let's get back out of here. I might as well just leave the Onyx hook behind again. Alright, you are the person that... I think this is the mysterious goods keeper. Are you the mysterious goods keeper? I am the mysterious goods keeper. You have a need. Yes, keep this. No! Goodbye, be careful. Alright, back we go. So now we have to... it's easy to get back into Magicant. It's kind of a pain to get back out of Magicant. I have to go all the way out the same way I did before, which will put me in the same place, namely the middle of nowhere, south of Marysville. Hello, Mom's eyes! She sees you. She's looking. Mom's eyes is here, and she knows what your secrets are. Mom's eyes knows all of your secrets. Did I tell y'all that I thought I had finished my bag? The bag I was working on recently? I thought I had finished it, but I had to go back and redo things. Unfortunately. I found that the anchors that attached to the like where the strap held on, the anchors weren't strong enough I used it the other day, and one of the rivets in the anchors popped off. So the whole thing didn't break off, but the rivet popped off, which is a pretty good indication that it needs more scrumph. So I was working on it again before the stream. It's a little bit of a nuisance, though, because I'll have to alter it in its finished state. And that's going to take a while. It's going to be a very challenging thing to set up, so that's annoying. But I got a long weekend coming up, so it's good. I also finished my, what do you call it? The Dad's Eyes Flew into a Rage. The leather chest plate I was working on. Is Chicken Man... You saw a music video and this guy had the nicest Renaissance bag? Oh, thank you, Cyber. Pray I do not alter it again. Yeah, I finished the leather chest plate I made, but I don't like it, honestly. It makes me look fat. I'm not I know I'm not the thinnest chicken in the world, but it makes me look fat. I'm gonna redo it, I think. So, oh no, Butts, don't die! No, Butts! Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you could do when you got a big old gut, but I feel like I should be able to cinch it in a little bit more. The RoboCop conundrum? Was RoboCop a frickin', if you will? Was RoboCop known for having to hide his stomach? I don't think I know the RoboCop conundrum. Alright. Use that on Butt. Let's get a triple layer girdle. Who needs the... Well, I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking I need to do, is... Arnold was supposed to play RoboCop, but they had to go with a guy skinny enough to play William Burroughs. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, what I need to do is just cinch in the middle section a little bit more. Oh, it's Groucho. Hey, Groucho. What's up, dude? It's a nose goblin. Hello. Oh, a present. That's nice. Yeah, corset time. Kind of. I mean, I think armor is supposed to be kind of like tight to some degree. Like, it's not supposed to be like restrictively tight, but it's not supposed to be loose. So you do want it to be a little bit sturdier. O.J. Simpson was considered for Terminator. I remember hearing about that. The thing about, like, he was gonna be the Terminator, but they felt like no one would believe that O.J. Simpson could possibly be a murderer. It is pretty funny. I mean, in their defense, at the time, nobody knew he was a murderer or going to be a murderer. He was a beloved comedic actor and a football star. That's all people knew about him. I was watching the VOD of Ian's Deadly Premonition stream yesterday. I didn't get to watch it, and I was trying to catch up. I love that one of the characters is just like a rockabilly greaser, just for no reason. He's just randomly a rockabilly greaser, and it's hilarious. The Eyes in the Dark reminded me of the Trapdoor. I don't know what the Trapdoor is. So behind it, yeah. The thing, I'll tell you the reason I've been missing a lot of them, and this is not a great thing. This is a real problem in my life recently, but I keep falling asleep in the afternoons. And so he starts, and I'm asleep. And I don't want to just like hop in the middle because I want to know what happens in Deadly Premonition. And so I'm like, well, I'll just watch the VOD. And so like I missed part of the first one, and then I completely missed the one yesterday. It's an issue, man. Falling asleep in the afternoon is not helpful, but it's awesome. It's not awesome later at night when I can't fall asleep, but it's awesome in the afternoon. Trapdoor is a British claymation series. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know it. I love claymation, though. There was a Christmas special when I was a kid that I don't know if it had a name other than just Claymation Christmas. That's what we called it in my household. But it was like a comedic show about these like various little short clips of claymation set to like music, and they were all like gags. Everyone was kind of like a joke. And it was hosted by these two dinosaurs, one of which was like obviously drunk, and the other of which hated the fact that the first one was obviously drunk. Wait, you watched a claymation movie last night that took 30 years to make? Oh, shoot. No, just hang out with him. That's crazy. 30 years. Why did it take so long? Was it like done by one person, or was like the claymation really sophisticated, or what caused it to take such a long time? I mean, claymation's not easy, but that's like hearing that like any sort of animated film took 30 years is crazy. Come on, man, just say hello and then leave. Stop attacking us. Just say hello and then leave. It's frickin' this Marx brother is more aggressive than the others. Oy vey, don't do that, man. It was very sophisticated animation. It was a guy's passion product. Okay, that I get it then. I'm glad he finished it then. 'Cause I can tell you most of my passion projects don't get finished. Right now, I'm so frustrated because I haven't been able to come up with any I haven't been able to come up with anything I want to draw recently. Like, I came up with all those little characters, those little fantasy characters, thinking that once I had more characters, I would come up with, like, ideas for situations. Mad God. Oh, that's interesting. But no, man, I just came up with a bunch of characters I don't know what to do with. Sucks. Actually, when you mention that idea of like a passion project, that makes me think of the what is it? The something in the Carpenter, the Thief in the Carpenter, I think is what it's called. It was this animation project that I think it started in like the 70s, and I believe it was unfinished in the end, but. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for the warning. I very much appreciate that. I very much appreciate being warned against things that y'all know I would not enjoy. Because I don't like watching things that I don't enjoy. But when friends recommend things to me, I often try to look into them. Yes, it looks like Dollar Store Aladdin, but the animation of the... Like, I want to say that there was a fan project where they took Cobbler and the Thief. That's the one. Yeah. There was a fan project where they took just the original animation before it was cobbled together for release. I appreciate that, Dan, because, yeah, I get depressed pretty easily. As we mentioned before, I am a fragile little egg. I get depressed very easily. But yeah, if you see like the original animation, it's awesome. And from what I understand, the story was originally intended to. How many times have I said original? Was originally intended to be completely silent. It was going to be a silent, or it was going to be a movie with no dialogue. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's kind of interesting too. Oh, speaking of Bleck and Crew, Bleck, you mentioned the other day that you were feeling stressed out about animation this year. Are things doing okay? Do you need me to like come back in and make some more stuff? I can if you need me to. I could do like the shortened schedule if need be. Wordless storytelling is one of the... Yeah, I mean, I have said sort of the same thing about, you know, my regular day job is graphic design. And whenever I try to make designs, I try to do as much as I can without having to put any words down. Because the more words you have down there, the more people will quibble about things, and the more likely things will be misunderstood, I think. But if you can get a picture that's like really easy to understand, oh, I'm sorry, Bleck. Maybe I can try and catch up with the shortened schedule. But I know get video games do environmental story. Well, I mean, you also have to consider that it's a different medium. I mean, video games are designed to be explored. They're designed to be interactive. And through that interaction, you can create rules about how that interaction will occur. Whereas with a movie, let's say you had something that was like integral in the environment, and people just didn't notice it because the lighting was weird or something. It would completely negate the point you were trying to make. So like, I get it. I understand why it's harder to do in a movie setting, but it is true that some video games do it very well. Talking to the plant, what do you think? Yeah, well, maybe I can. Maybe I can. I'll see what I can do. Since I have a long weekend this weekend, I might be able to do something this weekend. Another thing I was gonna float. Would y'all be interested in another endurance run? Maybe this weekend? I was thinking about this, so I'm not gonna guarantee anything. But I was thinking of Mega Memorial Day weekend. Where I would play the first 3 Mega Man games in one sitting. I think I could probably do that. But I don't know. Oh, an endurance run. They're the, that's where I do, like I've done 2 of them now. The first one was Mega Man X 1, 2, and 3 in one sitting. And then the next one was Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, and Super Metroid in one sitting. So far I've only done 2 of them, but that was one I was thinking of doing. And actually, the reason I was thinking of doing it, Black, is because you mentioned that you had never Nuzlocke Mega Man series. We could try it, I guess. If you did Mega Man 7, Mega Man and Base, and then finished off Mega Man X7 in one sitting. What's the Mega Man X7 part 4? The first 2 I get. But what does Mega Man X7 have to do with it? I mean, truth be told, Echo, what you're talking about, the idea of doing a Nuzlocke of a of like an action game. I mean, I've done what I call the what do you call them? The One Life to Live games on my YouTube, where I only have one life to live, basically. And I made it through the first 4 worlds of Donkey Kong Country on a single life, and then I made it all the way through Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past without dying once. How you do with Nuzlocke with Mega Man presumably would just be if you die, the game's over. That's what I'm assuming you're talking about, is like, if I die at any point, I just have to stop. Yeah, permadeath, 1 life. So I mean, I could do it, I just don't know if I would actually beat the game. If it was something like Mega Man X, something a little bit more generous than the first Mega Man, then maybe I could do it. It really just comes down to if it's a game that I feel like I could actually kind of like get through. I have to like estimate. Is Mega Man X7 regarded as one of the toughest, or is Mega Man 7 one of the toughest Mega Man titles? Really? Oh, you're thinking of if you die with an ability, it's no longer used. That's interesting. That's actually kind of a cool idea. X7 is bad. Yeah, it's true. What am I doing? Hang on, what am I doing? Cash card. Use. Sorry, I got distracted. Deposit. Y'all got me thinking about other things. I'll hold on to a little bit. Let's do 30 now. It's toughest in that it's awful. I'll be honest, it happens every time I do a series on anything. I get a little bit of a feeling of fondness for it. I have a little bit of fondness for Mega Man X7 now, since I played through it on my channel. I can't help it. It's just the way it always works. You play a game on your channel and you kind of like it a little bit, even if it's a terrible game. All right, so we're walking down the railroad. We're doing the Stand By Me thing right now. We're looking for the boulders. All right. Goods. Use. Did this. Check. How do you... Dude. What the... But do your thing. Do I have to go to Duncan's factory? I thought he had the explosives. Don't go on it. Wait, what? There's probably a pill to help you fix that, Mo. Did I say something weird? I'm sorry, did I say something weird? If I did, sorry. I didn't think I did. I must have forgotten. Sorry. Oh, I think we have to go to Duncan's factory now. You enjoy playing it on stream? It's fun to suffer with company. Yeah. I think probably having or watching you play Mega Man X7 a little bit made it easier for me to play Mega Man X7. Oh, to fix me having a fondness for X7. Okay, gotcha. Because, like, okay, there are a bunch of games that are sort of like this, where if you know a little bit going into it, you're in a much better spot. One example of that I would say is something like Mega Man X7 or Final Fantasy II, the original Famicom one. If you know a little bit going into it, it's a great game, I think. It's like a really fun game that allows you a lot of, like, it gives you a lot of control over your party and lets you, like, really get attached to how your party develops and how they improve. If you don't know that, though, like, if you go into it with knowing nothing, it's very confusing and it feels counterintuitive, and there's also just like a lot of bad press about it, and so people don't really give it a shot very much. You start doing FF8 on OG discs. Awesome. Well, if you want to play along with someone, I did do a series on FF8 a long time ago, so you can always listen to me yammer on. 9 for some reason cost steep, so that's because 9's awesome. 9 is one of the better Final Fantasies. Gunth found a pass that someone had left behind. Gunth picked up the pass. Alright, what? What is this? Look, what are you? Pass. Printed on it, Duncan factory employee. Oh, okay, yeah. So I gotta go north. I think if I had come here before rescuing Butt, I wouldn't have gotten that. 9 is phenomenal. 9 is real good. That's fine, Echo. I just wanted to say that, like, if you wanted to enjoy some other FF8 content, I did play it. So I do ever so much enjoy yammering on. It's what I do best. Oof. Oof. So one thing that the game doesn't make incredibly clear is how the map, how you can find like interesting points on the map. Because like you look at the map, you can clearly see like big things, you know, like Podunk, Marysville, etc. But all those little like black dots, those are like things you can interact with, is what that's telling you. So we're actually heading towards the one on the northeast right now. FF9 has a lot of extra stuff, and like what's really exciting to me about FF9 is I think FF9 was originally created as a sort of like celebration of Final Fantasy. You love that Clippy is an enemy. Did I fight Clippy in this game? Oh, Barbot. Barbot? Maybe you meant Barbot. So FF8 and 9 both had card games. Yeah, okay. Barbot, gotcha. Yeah, I think FF9 was intended to be kind of like a celebration of the series. And so it's got all these cool... There's a dog here. Hello. Hello, dog.
This factory is Mr. Duncan's private property. Let's see your pass.
Okay.
Yes. This pass is expired. You must have stolen it. Suspicious creature. Look me in the eye.
Oh, am I fighting you? Okay. Yes, everyone should go watch. Everyone should watch Dan's streams, and everyone should watch Black's streams, and everyone should watch Hot Dog streams, and everyone should watch Hobby streams, and everyone should watch Cyber if Cyber ever decides to stream again, and everyone should watch MoeChicken streams, and everyone should watch everyone's streams. Everyone interact with the community because it's awesome. We're good people here. All the streams. Old Robot's here. Aw, I like Old Robot. Look at his cool head. Hey, Old Robot. You're a friend. Okay, maybe y'all can help me. I feel like I remember... Yeah, Hobby is bad. People don't watch hers. Everyone else, though, they're all good. I feel like back when Clippy was around, there were, like, other ones? Like, there was Clippy and then, like, I think a parrot and, like, a ball, and Bomber is here. He's gonna explode if I kill him, though, isn't he? Are you gonna explode if I kill you? Are you gonna explode if I kill you? I'm scared you're gonna explode if I kill you. He didn't! Oh, okay. Cool, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I feel like there were a bunch, and Clippy's like the only one that people remember because I think he was the default. But I want to say that there was a cool little bipedal robot that I liked. Each version of Off is a different ones for all. Yeah. Yeah. And then we got Bonzi Buddy. Oh, I don't remember Merlin. Should I feel like I don't want to leave this floor until I've explored it completely. Bonzi Buddy was absolutely malware, yes. That's why I was kind of making a joke. I think I've told y'all about this before, but there's a YouTube channel called I think it's called Nation Squid. And I don't know if they're actually still around or not, but they used to make videos where they would take famous like malware or problematic programs or things like that from like the late 90s, early 2000s, and they would like isolate them. Oh, Jimmy, are you okay? Sorry, you're okay. Are you catching up on something that was asked a while back? Yeah, they would like play. They would show a bunch of like famous old malware and stuff in like a VM, so you could see what it would have done if you actually had it at that time. And I think that that's pretty slick. It's very entertaining to watch. Some of them are really insane. Like, it's crazy some of the malware and virus, like what they could do back then. Because I mean, back when viruses were really kind of coming into their own in like the 90s and stuff, or especially early on when they were first being invented, they were mostly just there to like annoy people. You know, they weren't there necessarily to like for criminal reasons yet, just to be like annoying. And so a lot of them are just like insanely annoying. Oh, I don't want rope. Rope isn't good for anything. Rope is not good. Goodbye, rope. I don't need you. I don't need you, rope. Did you know Clippy and the other assistants still live on the new Microsoft products, technically? No, I didn't know that. That's kind of neat. I mean, effectively what they were trying to do with all those old, like, those sort of things, like the assistants and stuff, is, I mean, it's the same thing we're getting nowadays with AI chatbots. It's still this idea of we want to make our computer tech less scary, you know? So we want to make people feel like it's on their side or whatever, so we're gonna try to make it look friendlier. Clippy's code was part of the basis for Cortana. Wow. So does that mean that like Master Chief had Clippy installed in his suit that one time? That's fantastic. Oh, I love that. First Halo was awesome, man. Like, I can't say anything for later games, but I loved the original Halo so much. What a cool game. I love the original Halo. Oh! Did you see him? He was like okay for a second, and then he got injuries. I know Cortana in Windows, but Cortana was based on the Cortana from the Halo games. Actually, from that perspective, I guess that means that the Pillar of Autumn was running on Windows because Cortana was there. I really can't say anything for later Halo games because I only ever played the first one. But man, I love the first one. I played it so much with a friend of mine. I think what was so exciting about it was... Oh, I'm back outside. Oops, let me do that. I loved the idea that it was like an FPS game that was co-op. Because like I mentioned earlier, I don't do so well with competitive games. I I get way too into it. I get frustrated. I start getting yelly and problematic. But I love co-op. Co-op's great. Explains why the Pillar of Autumn couldn't escape or defend itself. Yeah, just so like the idea of being able to play like a co-op FPS game was really cool. I loved that. And cooler still because like the way it was set up, you could have like one person go for like there's this one mission. It's when you're leaving the place where the index was stored. When you're leaving that, you have to go back through the snow. And there's a part where you're trying to like leave a facility, and you're kind of like there's a bunch of alien, like there's a bunch of Covenant out there, and you're kind of like what's the word when like there's a bunch of guys something down, like basically there's a bunch of dudes there, and you have to break out of it. And so like I would take a turn trying to get out, and if I didn't succeed, it would respawn me back at my friend's location, and then he would try and take a turn to get out, and we just go back and forth until we actually made it out. Outnumbered is, I mean, it works, but it's not what I was looking for. It's like held down or like locked down. What is the word? It's a military term. It's like we're something down by the Charlies or whatever. Outnumbered. I can't remember what the word was. Oh, it's gonna bug me. Pin down. Pin down is it. Thank you. Yes, pin down is the word I was looking for. Excellent work. Thank you for... Oh, hi there. Hi there, Dr. Distorto. Wait, is he right? I thought he was supposed to have blood on his coat. Oh no, is this not the decensored version? Oh no, hang on, I gotta look it up. We're looking things up. Give me a sec. We're looking things up. Desktop. Oh, desktop. We're looking things up. So there are, for those who don't know, there are two versions of... Google is going to ruin the internet. Oh, it's awesome. There are two versions of the visuals for this game. They had, let's see. Oh. Earthbound. Search. Games. Search. Really? Okay. Earthbound? Why can't I find a game? Surprised about that. Mother 3, no. Earthbound, no. Earthbound Beginnings, yes. There are two versions of the enemy sprites. There is a original and a decensored version. Or a original and a censored version. What does this have? Okay, yeah, this has the originals. And yes, there he is. He's supposed to have blood on his coat. I must be playing on the uncensored version. Boo! Oh man. I guess I'll show off the characters that. So like, for example, the gang zombie. This is the version that was in the NES prototype that was found. And this is what the original Japanese one was supposed to look like, where he's supposed to have blood on his shirt. It's mostly stuff like that. And then like cigarettes. The crow monster had his cigarette removed. Who else was changed? All of the lady robots had their nipples removed. Okay, so the way it works, Dan, there was only ever a Japanese release of this game, but they had a prototype that was finished, and the translation that most copies of Earthbound Beginnings or Earthbound Zero use is based on the completely translated NES release. But it had already had some of the changes made. So like, yeah, you can see that like this is the American one, this is the Japanese one. She had nipples, now she doesn't have nipples. This guy, we're gonna meet him later. He's supposed to be like trailing blood behind him. It's like a bunch of little stuff like that, that were changed. But I thought I was using the uncensored version. That's a bummer, man. I'm gonna have to try and find a different ROM then, I guess. Boo! Alright, well, Dr. Distorto, you and your bloodless coat. Yeah, you know, they had to censor nipples because children aren't allowed to know about nipples. It's off limits. You're not allowed to know about that. You know, I think one of the reasons I like the design of the old robot and the scrapped robot is I love that kind of like weird head design, you know? I was assisting the on-site medic at a Ren fair, and I learned when someone learned how to remove her nipple during an archery. Oh no. That's rough. Fun fact, the original, according to the original legend of the Amazons from Greek mythology, they were supposedly amazing archers, and they all removed one of their breasts to make it easier to draw their bows. That's why in the what do you call it, the Shin Megami Tensei Amazon model, she is missing one breast. It's because it's a reference to that story. So that's fun. That's a fun story, right? It was a piercing. Ooh, I'm just thinking about how awful that was. Ooh, what a like, it's weird to, maybe I shouldn't continue to ask about this, but were they like able to save it, or did she have to go to the hospital and basically just have it stitched closed? That's ooh, what an awful experience that must have been. That's also why sometimes you will see in archer costume designs, they will have like a piece of like a piece of leather that just covers their chest. I don't know if it has a name, but it may just be called a bowstring guard. She healed up. Okay, that's good to hear. Oh, Butt, you died? I wasn't even looking at Butt died. Doggone it. I have to leave now because freaking Butt died. I should have used bread. You should always use bread in this game whenever you enter a dungeon. It's just a good idea. Man, I gotta leave now. Heal frickin' Butt. Anyway, a good example of that, the sort of like bowstring guard. If you look at the archer class, the female archer class from Final Fantasy Tactics, she has a bowstring guard, if you want to see what I'm talking about. Butt kind of sucks, man. Like, he sucks in this game, he sucks in Earthbound, he just kind of sucks. He's just not a great character to have around. At least in Earthbound, you can, he has all of his, like, tools. In this game, the only thing he's got going for him is that he can use, like, bottle rockets. That's, I think, the only thing he can do that's special. It sucks, man. Oh, I'm gonna die, too. Shoot. You're bummed you're missing the Kinetic Grand Champion this weekend? Oh, is that the, is that the not like Birdman, but the same sort of thing, but on the ground, where it's like it's a bunch of vehicles that are man powered. Am I thinking about the right thing? I think you've told me about this before, Cyber. Goofy art bike race, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry you're missing it. It's a bummer. Are you missing it because something else is cool? Oh, oh, that's right, you moved. I forgot about that. You used to live out west, now you live somewhere in the east. I think I know where you live, but maybe I shouldn't say it on the air. Boo, my money. Well, I didn't have that much money on hand. That's good. Yeah, we got enough time to go back up there. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Oh, okay. I will be back shortly. Go get yourself a drink or a snack if you want one, and I will be back shortly. I said that twice. Okay, I'm back. I got a cookie. Yay! A cookie. Oh, is it off again? What's going on here? Oh, you get to move next. I kind of thought you already had moved in, honestly. So y'all still haven't actually moved into your new place? I'm glad you get to though. That's wonderful. Alright, I got some more money. Yeah, I just got one. I got a So, on Monday of this week, I had planned to get a pizza to sit down and listen to the Deadly Premonition stream, and at the time, they didn't deliver it. They just didn't deliver it. And so on Wednesday for the Deadly well, it was supposed to be for the Deadly Premonition stream, but again, I missed it because I napped. I got a pizza, and they were like, "Do you want a giant cookie too?" And I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll get a giant cookie." And I kind of regret it, but you know, it's fine. It's not terrible. They're still not done. Yeah. I mean, setting up a whole house does seem like it would take a lot of work. So, but you have a house. More than I can say. You have a house. You have a tech support. You have a cat. Living the dream. You're getting a second cat, but you have the IDI of cats already. Doug is already the essence of a cat. Why do you need a second cat? I mean, I would also be stressed based on that list of things. But the Finland thing is to make you more viable in terms of getting a job. The cat thing means that Doug will be happier. You already have the house, and you're quitting your job because it sucks. So, these are all good things. Oh, is Doug one of those things where like he only hangs out with you, he doesn't hang out with tech support at all? I get that. It's like Shadow and MJ. Don't kill Butt again, please. I just brought him back from the dead. Please don't kill Butt. Do y'all know that term IDI? Is that a term other people know? I learned that in Theory of Knowledge. In high school. It's basically a term that just What? Oh, I don't have any MP because I died. I gotta go back. This sucks. Damn you, Butt. Alright, back we go. Yeah, walk back home. I mean, look at how nerdy he looks. Like, that is a nerdy looking sprite. They nailed, like, dweeb with this guy's expression. He's the IDI of nerds. Anyway, yeah. It just sort of means, like, the essence of, or, like, the perfect version of. I think maybe it's Greek. Something like that. That's I-D-E-A-I is how it's spelled. So it's actually a word that is almost all vowels, which I never really thought about. It's kind of cool. This town is laid out really weird. You know? It's just sort of like, there's a bunch of just roads that don't connect to anything, and then buildings placed around. IDI, yeah, you spelled it right. Fair enough. Well, Platonic Ideal, I think is a reference to what I'm talking about. Because I believe it was used in Platonic philosophy. Like, I want to say there's a famous image of the IDI of plants, and it's just this really weird plant that has, like, flowers and fruit and, like, roots and different types of leaves and stuff. It's weird looking. Maybe not. I don't know. It's been a long time since I was in high school, put it that way, so. I might be spouting nonsense. Nonsense! I need money. Time to sleep at the local hotel right over here. Yep, as soon as I'm done with this stream, we're gonna raid Robo, because that's just kind of become the habit after when I stream. Just always raid Robo. And then I'm gonna go and work on my bag some more, because I can't help myself. I can't help myself. More bags! I used the word archetypical today, and my coworker questioned if it was real world, and I thought I'd imagine it, but it is. It is a word, yes. Archetypical is a word. It is the adjective version of archetype. I love Dr. Pepper Blackberry. I'm surprised me version portion of Throne won't let me add random things from Amazon. Or something that already exists in the limited catalog. Oh. Can you request the specific value of that item in cash and then just list what you will buy with it? Like, if you give me this specific amount, I will spend it on this Amazon listing. It's a bit roundabout, but it would serve the same purpose. I want to buy Hobby another ham. That was fun. It's a bear.
It's a bear.
How did we both miss this bear? How evasive is this bear? I think it's going to be a while before we get our next party member, unfortunately. I think we have to go all the way down to Snowman and then all the way up to Youngtown. Which I'm still really confused about. Like, is Luke Youngtown named after Youngtown from this game? Is he a huge fan of Mother 1? It's always the first thing I think of when I think of his name, is I think of the town in Earthbound Zero called Youngtown. I'll let y'all in on a pretty obvious joke. When we finally get there, I was gonna name the stream Sub to Youngtown, but I don't know. Ah! Fire! Look at his silly little face. He's got the Inafune mouth, actually. The Inafune sneer. Beautiful surprise has now been spoiled. Spoilt. Oh yeah, that's right. I couldn't remember how you described it, but I've heard you refer to it before. The Inafune snarl. Speaking of Inafune, I've been trying to play through Mega Man 9 recently. Because I have a friend who insists that I have beaten it before. But I don't remember ever beating it. But he insists that I beat both Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10 at his house, and I don't remember doing either one at all. They're tricky, though. It's funny how, like, playing those games reminds me of how much experience alters your perspective on a particular game. You know, like, since I grew up playing Mega Man games, they don't feel that hard to me. I'm like, everyone played Mega Man games. It's easy. But since I didn't grow up playing Mega Man 9, it's pretty tough, actually. Like, I'm like, oh wow, this is tricky. I don't have the sort of, like, muscle memory or familiarity with, like, you know, which power defeats who and that kind of thing. So it's been kind of fun. The arranged OST of Mega Man 9 is phenomenal. That's interesting. Side note, Hobby, do you recognize this area from Earthbound? Do you recognize it? Probably not, but do you? Alright, throw that bomb. Don't kill Butt. Don't do it. You know I don't! Yeah, I figured. Lost like 300 VR. VR? Is there like a currency in Mario Kart World? You could always switch over to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's what my boy Robo's playing right now. He always likes to have new challengers. Although you wouldn't be a new challenger, but you know what I mean. He's tried to get me to play with them, but I won't. Not again. Never again. But I do like watching. For all that, I'm probably not going to watch tonight because one, I want to work on that bag some more, and two, I want to finish the Deadly Premonition VOD before tomorrow. So. But we will still raid him. We will still raid him so that he gets raided. Because as Bleck has said before, a high tide raises all ships or whatever. I still don't really remember the phrase, but it sounds cool when you say it, so there you go. Hello, old robot. Oh, I was gonna mention this. So, old robot's head. I was talking before about how I like those like sort of more abstract retro designs for like robot heads. There is an RPG, it's a tactical RPG, I think for the PS2, called Stella Deus. And I haven't played it myself. But I remember watching a friend of mine play it when I was a kid, and being really impressed with the generic units in the game. So like the generic fighter, it's good but long, okay. Like the generic units, like the generic fighter, generic priest, etc. Because they all had like these, since they were supposed to be generics, they all had like masks or helmets on, and they look really cool. I remember they looked really cool. It's an Atlus game, isn't it? Atlus was really big during the PS1 and PS2 era. I mean, let me amend that. They've been really big for a while, but I feel like they kind of came into their own in America during that time period. What am I here for? I'm looking for explosives, right? Well, I found one, but it wasn't the item explosives, it was a bomb. I will give that bomb. I'm gonna give all the bombs to Butt. But you're gonna be on bomb duty. I know that you like these. I know that you like bombs and rockets and explosives, so I'm just gonna give you all of the explosives. But oh, I don't think I ever actually explained Hobby. This is the same environment where you fight Master Belch in Earthbound. So Psystone is good, but not what I was looking for. I like Bomberman. You know, I don't know that I've ever actually played through Bomberman 1. I think the only Bomberman games I like are Super Bomberman 2, and Bomberman 64. I think those really are like the only ones I like. Which is a shame. Well, I also like Bomberman GB. I liked that game pretty well. Bomber Mo. Did I tell you all about the yeah, it's just rough. It's just like there's not very much to it. It's kind of just boring, really. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it when I tried playing it. I played through like the first world, and I'm like, I'm just kind of done with this. Recommend Bomberman 93, 94, and Saturn Bomberman. I would like to have Saturn Bomberman. In fact, they probably just took my money at this point, but I did order a reproduction disc of Saturn Bomberman. Did you miss anything amazing? No. I mean, it's my stream. You didn't miss anything amazing. We briefly pointed out the various differences in terms of the Japanese and American sprites for this game, but that's about the most interesting thing that's happened. Mostly other than that, it's just been Butt dying a lot. Freaking Butt, man. Right on cue. Stop dying, dude. What were Bomberman's 93 and 94 for? I've heard of those, but I don't know what system they're for. I do hope that at some point I get the reproduction discs I ordered, because I ordered a bunch. It was like 4 games, and the price was over $100, so I'd hate to think that I just threw that away. Oh, bye Zareneth. Thanks for coming out. Hope you make it to work on time. But yeah, one of the games I ordered was Lunacy for Sega Saturn, and I really want to play it. PC, okay, yeah, I do know those games. So, I was gonna say this. This was something that was kind of cool. I recently found a copy of the unofficial Bomberman 64 strategy guide. And one of the things in it was a full description of the plot of the Bomberman series up to that point. And I had no idea about the plot of Bomberman. So it was really cool to like find out that the games do have a consistent plot. And apparently, the fact that the fact that Bomberman or Super Bomberman is 2-player was supposed to be a big deal, because one of the apparently the Black Bomberman was supposed to be like Nega Bomberman or like evil Bomberman originally, which makes sense. He's the black one, and the other one's the white one, and that's a pretty obvious color divide there. But yeah, in Super Bomberman, the idea was that they were coming together to fight a common evil, and that's the reason that's like the only one that has 2-player, is because it was supposed to be like they're joining together to defeat a greater evil kind of thing. I thought that was so neat. I had no idea about any of that. Y'all talking about 3DO? What's a good game on the 3DO? I feel like the 3DO and the CDI are both game systems that like I only know like 1 or 2 games that I would actually want to play. There's $450 in no games. Ouch. That is really expensive for no games. Gex was the mascot. I should play Gex 1. Gex 1 and Rayman 1 are both games that I would like to play at some point, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I want to say that Rayman Origins was a reimagining of the first Rayman game. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like I heard that once. Rayman is dope. That's cool. This is going badly. Origins is your favorite platform ever? That's awesome. Did you play Legends? What were your thoughts on Legends? Like, Origins was good. I liked Origins, but I played Legends before I played Origins, and I liked Legends more. PS1 until after the 3D was failing. Legends was great too. Okay. Just want to make sure you had played it. One of the things I really liked in Origins was the use of didgeridoo. Hey, Vlad!
Vlad reporting in, Sir MoeChicken. Welcome, Vlad. Good to see you.
Cyber deal. The music levels in Twisted or in Legends were really, really good. What a cool idea that was. Please don't kill Butt. Thank you. This fight sucks, by the way. I hate this fight. I hate that this fight is still going. I'm amazed that you called out so many games, Dan. You really know a lot of, like, 3DO stuff. It's always good to hear someone who's, like, a strong advocate of something. Like, the other day, well, it just happened the other day, Dan, when you did your hot tub stream, and you kind of asked for people to give you suggestions about NES games. There's something so fun about when someone is really familiar with the catalog of a game. Don't kill anybody, please. Thank you. When you talk to someone who's like really familiar with a particular catalog of games, and you get to find out like what they think are like the best ones or whatever, it's really neat. Please die. Thank you. Alright, well, I gotta use that Psy Stone because we're in bad shape. Oh, it doesn't use it up. Ooh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's actually a lot more useful than I thought it was. I hate this place. I remember, like, I actually thought that this dungeon we're in right now was the sweet little factory. I think this is what I need. No. That's not what I needed. Oh yeah, Sweet Home. I'd like to play that sometime. My only experience with Sweet Home was watching Pro Jared play through Sweet Home. But it looked pretty cool. For all that it is kind of a weird concept. It's like a horror RPG, kind of. And I remember one of the things he pointed out was that the fact that you can like level up and stuff kind of steals some of the effectiveness of the horror away, and I can get that, but it's still a neat idea. Can this be what I need so I can stop being in this place? Because I hate it here. Bottle rocket, great. I don't need a bottle rocket. I need explosives. All right, give that to you. It is a cool game, though. Like, I think that maybe Sweet Home would have been more interesting if instead of like RPG combat. Don't kill anybody. Don't kill anybody. Come on. Okay, good. Instead of RPG combat, they went with like something else, maybe like quick time events or something more active that could have like made it so you didn't feel as like safe. Because I mean, feeling safe in a game is the enemy, or feeling safe in a survival horror game is never gonna work. You know, the whole point is that you're supposed to be on edge. Well, quick time is later, but also in Sweet Home they had those events where you could choose it, like there would be like a trap or something and you had to like make a decision really quick. They could have done that for like every piece of combat, you know? That could have just been the way they handled combat, was there would be events that would happen that you had to like input something really quickly, and then if you didn't, you would take damage or something. Like, there are ways they could have done it. But it is true that quick timer events weren't really a thing quite yet. Great. Rope. Just enough to hang myself. Goodbye. Doggone it, we're at 2 hours. I want to be done with this place, though. I don't want to quit until we finish up in this area. I don't want to have to come back up here. I hate it here. Not the scrapper. Go away, scrapper. Use the bottle rocket and the scrapper. Who's the first quick? Well, so... Oh, bye. So, I think the term... What we think of as quick time events became popularized through Shenmue. But the concept of entering some input to accomplish something on a timer, I think had been around for longer than that, so. Bread. Cool. Cool! Cool! I mean, if we interpret what I was just describing as like a QuickTime event, then you could at the very least say back on Famicom. First cutscene was Pac-Man, but the coin was turned. The coin was turned. Coin was turned by Rod Gilbert for Maniac Mansion. Yeah, I can see that. Die Hard Arcade introduced the first modern QTE in 1996. Interesting. The thing that always stands out so much to me is that, like, usually you will hear people refer to as a quick time event, but in Shenmue they call them quick timer events. Like in the Shenmue Passport. Oh, something's happening. Oh, it's Dad. Hey, Dad. Yep, I know. I've been playing for 2 hours. I know. I know. Sorry, Dad. I'm in the middle of, like, a scary factory. Yeah, and on the Shenmue Passport, if you talk to, the right chai, he describes it as a quick timer event. Oh, are you talking about Die Hard Arcade? That's a strange game. Dynamite Cop. I guess you could say Duck Hunt is kind of quick-timey. I don't know if that would really... Force Capsule. I don't know. We'd sort of need to have some sort of a definition for it, and I don't want to get into that. Runs the risk of getting into a sandwich argument, at which point I would just end the stream. Don't y'all ever start arguing about sandwiches. I will get very upset. QT typically refers to an unexpected, unwarned, quick response to an event that pops up during a cutscene. Okay. I freaking hate that stupid argument, man. I get so upset about it. Icon on screen, hit that as the general term. That's fair. I want to be done with this place. I hate it. I forgot how much I hate this part of the game. It's so frustrating. This looks important. It's not. This is important. It's not. Hey, Bomber. Don't use a bomb! Dude, come on. Don't kill anybody. Okay, good. This guy sucks, man. Just get out of here. What kind of life is that to live? Just a bomb. Just a living bomb. You know you're gonna explode. Yeah, it's we're not in the Death Star. We're in the place we're in right now is called the Duncan Factory. I don't know why. I guess someone named Duncan owned this place. We're supposedly here because, according to Butt, there is a set of explosives here. And so, yeah, like the donuts. And so we're here trying to find explosives to clear the track so we can get the train running again. Somewhere in here... Oh, thank goodness. Okay, now here we go. Rocket, go. Check.
Aim on the rock. Okay. 1, 2, 3, fire!
Yay! I did it. Alright. Great. I actually didn't remember that it was just a rocket. I thought we had to find explosives, but no. Well, so why did he say that he had explosives before? If Buff needs an explosion, why not just get him lunch at Taco Bell? If that child ate Taco Bell, he would explode. He would just die. I went to a Cheesecake Factory recently for like the first time in many years. And it wasn't bad. Actually, I got a flatbread pizza there. Pretty good. A friend of mine got engaged, and I hadn't seen him in a while. And so his fiance was like, let's go eat somewhere. And she said, let's go to the Cheesecake Factory because their menu is huge and there's something for everyone there. And so we went there. And it wasn't bad. There's something about that simple vignette at the beginning. Yeah, I know. You know what it reminds me a little bit of is the battle encounter animation or effect in Final Fantasy III for the SNES, where it's just like, and you go into battle. I loved that as a kid. Never understood why people talk so much crap about the chain. It was okay, always okay in San Diego. I'm a piece you get. Got the normal experience everyone talks about. So, in other words, you felt like it was terrible in DC. I mean, I can't say I disliked it. I guess I don't know. I didn't know it had a terrible reputation. The only thing I knew about the Cheesecake Factory's reputation is that it had a very big menu. But beyond that, I didn't know people thought it tasted terrible or something. Mine was fine. Oh, okay, so it immediately upset your stomach. Gotcha. Well, I could see that. But lots of things upset my stomach. It's very sensitive, just like the rest of me. Like halfway home, ooh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Y'all, we went over tonight. I'm sorry. Do y'all want to keep watching me get back to town, or cause that's all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go back to town and save. Or do you want me to call the stream here? Y'all can go check out Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or something. Your favorite fruit is chili peppers and they destroy your stomach. Yeah, I love sodas, and I sure do have an acid problem in my stomach. We're all so upset about getting more Mo. I know, right? It's like a burden. You have to stay here and listen to me squawk. What a miserable experience. Alright, we'll hang out then. Thanks very much. I was frustrated on last night though, because like I mentioned before, I got myself a pizza, And I have started eating my pizzas with light sauce, which has helped a lot. But I still sometimes get an upset stomach. And it's so frustrating because I'm like, I'm doing everything I can to try and improve matters. It's just that my tummy is so weak. It can't handle food like it used to. My poor little stomach. At least we're getting some levels out of this. That's good. I haven't gotten any new psi powers recently, though. I got so I learned about the light sauce thing from Ian, because he mentioned it one time that he goes for light sauce when he gets pizzas. And at the time he mentioned it, I was like, that's silly. Why would that affect anything? And no, it definitely does. It really improves matters if you have like acid problems like I do. You just don't realize how much that tomato sauce is really getting to your stomach. They are very sweet. I mean, who was I talking to about that the other day? I was talking to someone about Pizza Hut the other day and how, like, I like Pizza Hut, but it's so sweet. Sweet's a Hut. Were we talking about that in, Robo's stream? I feel like I was talking about that on some stream. Why is my Franklin badge not reflecting these shots? I have a Franklin badge to reflect these shots. Why is it not working? If it's not gonna work, I might as well just put it away. You can get cheese, light sauce and cheese stuffed crust or happy Dan. I remember when stuffed crust first showed up, just being like blown away by the concept. Oh my gosh, I can have more cheese. I think it was I think it was popularized by Pizza Hut, I believe was the first major chain that started having you've grown enough cherry tomatoes now to make your own sauce. That's exciting. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've ever tried to make tomato sauce from scratch. Sounds fun though. Let us know how it turns out. I think I've talked about this before too. I love the smell of tomato plants. I don't actually like eating tomatoes raw that much. I like things made out of tomatoes, but I don't really like eating tomatoes raw that much. But I absolutely love the smell of a tomato plant. Ooh, they smell so good. Love that smell. My mom always grew just blanch, deskin, and lend. Deskin and lend. That is a cooking term I'm not familiar with. Blend, I get. Okay. I just assumed it was some term I'd never heard of. I'm like, I've heard of blanching. And I guess de-skin, but I have no idea what lending is. It's okay. It's okay. It's just me trying to figure it out. Somebody was making fresh pesto the other day. Who was that? I think that was Sushi was talking about making pesto on stream. Oh, that sounded good. Even I just said the word pesto and I want pesto now. I love pesto, man. Good stuff. Thumbitis, an inflammation of the thumb. Ooh, pesto is good. I can't say the word pesto without immediately thinking of the pigeon from Good Feathers, though. What were the other two named? Oh no, now I can't remember. The purple pigeon was the one that was named Pesto. What What were the other two named? There was a blue one and there was a gray one. Unlurkin? We have caught up. Yeah, we caught up to where I caught up to where we were before the stream. So we are already ahead of where we were last time I played. But you talking to me? You talking to me? I don't see anybody else here. You must be talking to me. You made your own garlic butter. 15 odd herbs. Ooh. I love when people do stuff like that. When they make their own like herb, like spice blends, or they make their own butter, or they make their own like syrups for things. There's just something cool about the idea of spending time to make a something that's like not even necessarily something you're going to eat immediately, but something that you will use in something else. It's like, that's cool. Like there's a dish that I enjoy making called porchetta, that I got from a just a cookbook I got at some point. Bobby's Squid and Pesto. Yeah, thank you. I was gonna be frustrated if I couldn't figure out their names. But yeah, there's a dish called porchetta, and part of making it is you have to make this sort of like rosemary peppercorn butter rub kind of to put on the outside. It's a meat dish to put on the outside of the meat, and just that part of it is like really fun for me because I'm like, ooh, look how cool I am. I'm making a fancy rosemary peppercorn rub. Fancy. I don't know, it's cool. So I'm excited. I love that you're making these homemade things, Echo. That's really neat. I thought that was the exit. I thought that was the exit. Where's the exit? I don't know. It's just cool to hear people like putting in the effort to make those parts of things. Hello, Scrapper. You're neat. Have I mentioned the thing yet about how this sprite actually has a little black sprite that loads, or like the injuries on this sprite are actually a second layer on top of the same model as the old robot. So like you can see when he takes a hit or when he gets defeated, but he just becomes he becomes the regular old robot, and they just kind of place like injuries on top of him. It's very silly. Bruschetta. Ooh, I used to eat a lot of bruschetta actually. It's a palette swap of the old robot, but then they've also got some additional like they've got a second layer on top of it to hide the right arm and add the little like open injury on the chest. Look at it next time I buy one. You'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Side note, you can eventually run out of herbs in the big bag, but fortunately it takes quite a while to do so. Alright, well, never mind. We're not going to be rating Robo because he's done streaming. Sorry, Robo. I totally planned to raid you, but, well. I think he had some people there, so it's cool. It's cool. His Mario Kart Thursdays are going better now since he's not doing Mario Kart World anymore. It was preventing too many people from playing. Doggone it, my iPad's about out of energy. I use for reference. It wouldn't have. Yeah, probably wouldn't have been a long raid anyway. Doggone it! Stop it! I hate you. I hate you, bomb monster. I guess technically I could just get us killed. Better rate the 24/7 shrimp. Yeah, all right. I guess we could. I told you all about tube worms 24 hours a day, right? That's what I thought of immediately when you told me about the 24/7 shrimp. Hashtag no. It was an old joke a friend of mine had. Would you still love the shrimp? I guess. If they were 24/7 shrimp? I guess so. I don't know. I don't know many shrimp. Oh, the worms. I don't know. I mean, there would be something kind of interesting about seeing tube worms, like a live feed of tube worms. Just because it's such a exotic and hard to find animal. Like, when was the last time you actually watched tube worms? Feeding the ducks. Oh, that makes me think of that one Strong Bad email where he was talking about feeding ducks. No, tube worms. Yeah, tube worms. Like the ones that live at the base of the ocean. That's a real example of like how life on Earth is kind of incredible. You know? The fact that that's a thing that exists is incredible. Yeah. I mean, the deep ocean might as well be another planet. It's pretty incredible. What if instead it was two worms and they started out as roommates who didn't like each other, but over the course of 6 seasons they come to love each other and eventually get married? I mean, it sounds like it would be a very popular sitcom. Two Worms is filmed before a live studio audience. I remember when they used to say that at the end of like every Nickelodeon show. And I got so used to hearing it that I didn't really stop to question why they were calling it out. But I guess that was kind of like an exotic thing back then. Do y'all remember Wild and Crazy Kids? I loved that show. Wild and Crazy Kids. Omar Gooding. Oh, catch you later, Echo. Thanks for coming out. Again, I'm just trying to escape from this dungeon, so that's really all we're trying to do. Who was the second host on Wild and Crazy Kids? Two wild and crazy guys. I remember Omar Gooding and Donnie Jeffcoat. I don't think I will ever forget Donnie Jeffcoat. But I can't remember who the girl was. You never heard of this show? Okay, that's fine. Wild and Crazy Kids was a Nickelodeon show. It was kind of like an athletic show. If you ever saw like Nickelodeon Guts, it was like a less intense version of that. And each episode would have, I think, 3 events, and they would have like two or three groups of kids, and they would just do like little outdoor athletic events that were kind of, you know, wild and crazy. And it was a good time. It was a really fun show. Oh, well, found something. That's nice. Life upgrade, great. Actually, funny thing. Since I used to watch Wild and Crazy Kids so much, and it was like a '90s show. All of the all the kids got T-shirts to indicate, you know, like which team they were on, and the T-shirts were always like fluorescent colors. Like there would be like a green fluorescent, an orange fluorescent, etc., etc. And when Splatoon first came out, the first thing I thought of when I saw Splatoon was Wild and Crazy Kids. So much so that I actually renamed the audio file for one of like the main songs from Splatoon. I just called it Wild and Crazy Kids. Wisdom caps. Okay, I'll take that too. Yay, I'm more wise. Wild and Crazy. Wild and Crazy. I can't believe y'all never heard of this show, though. It was real popular, as far as I know. At this point, I'm wondering if it would just make more sense for me to just get myself killed. Because that will bring me back to the town. And I think the oh, you didn't. That makes sense. If you didn't have cable, that makes sense. And I think that the rock would still be destroyed. Oh, 2.5 hours. I am getting some good levels though, so there is that. Like I'm getting levels out of this. Oh right, yeah. Well, I mean, Nickelodeon started off as a Canadian channel, right? Do y'all have Nickelodeon up there? For some reason I have it in my head that Nickelodeon started off as a Canadian channel. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it did. Maybe they just had some Canadian shows on. Maybe they had Canadian shows on it, and that's what I am thinking of. It was? Well, there you go. I do have a brain. Hooray! Canadian. You know, I feel like I could kind of understand the idea of trying to fight a robot with an aluminum bat if you didn't have anything better. But I can't imagine trying to use a boomerang to fight a robot. It seems like it would work. They had Nickelodeon Canada, which came later and was just reruns of old shows since considered with that. Oh, okay. I used to love Nick at Night. Used to watch so much I Love Lucy. I love Nick at Night. Knight. That was good. I love Nick at Night for I Love Lucy, for like Gilligan's Island. There's some good shows on that channel. I feel like a boomerang in general, like, I don't know if it's because of The Legend of Zelda or something else. But I feel like it would be very hard to use a boomerang in any sort of dangerous way. But I mean, it was a hunting tool for the Aboriginal people of Australia, whose name escapes me right now. I can't remember the actual name of the like the preferred name of the Aboriginal people of Australia was, but they used it as a hunting tool. Can I just leave? Can we just not fight anymore? Okay, yeah, I don't want to be here anymore. I hate it here. I remembered that I hated this dungeon, and now I know why. I watched Andy Griffith, but I don't think I ever watched Leave It to Beaver. Remember Green Acres? Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the way for me. I would love it if the Zelda movie made some little joke about how you can't just pick up a boomerang for the first time, throw it, and have it come back. Yeah, have you ever tried to throw a boomerang? I remember in I was talking about earlier when we had that that PACE class, that like fancy elementary school class that I used to go to. One of the years was an Australia year, and so at least at one point during the year, they oh no, have I already been here? Oh man, I've already been here. How do you escape from this stupid dungeon? I hate it here. I might just get myself killed. I'm running out of items. Yeah, we had an Australia year, and one of the things we did at one point was the teacher got like these little plastic boomerangs, and we all tried throwing them, and they're very hard to get to come back to you. It's not an easy thing to get a boomerang to go out and then come back. And even if they do come back, they still like they don't come back the way they do in Zelda, where it goes straight out and straight back. You know, it like goes in a weird arc and stuff. So I'm just gonna get myself killed, I think. Just kill us. Kill us, let us go back to town. I'm so sick of this place. We've got what we need here. At least when Zelda is often magical or enchanted. I mean, there's often a magical, well, at least in Zelda 1 and Zelda 3 there was a magical boomerang. But the first boomerang isn't magical. So when you first get it, it ain't magical, it's just a regular one. I think it was just a convenient idea. I mean, there've been plenty of video games that use boomerangs, and it's always that same concept. What happened there? Oh, it's always that same concept of it goes out and it comes back. I wonder how far we'll make it before we die. Is a grim thing for two elementary school children to say. Hey, but how far do you think we'll make it before we die? Did I just come here? I feel like I just came here. I hate it here. I hate this stupid dungeon. It's terrible. Everything looks the same. There are no landmarks. Have you met kids? That's exactly how they sound. What's the deal with swords? I definitely had a lot of misconceptions about swords as a kid. There have been a lot of things that playing video games have tampered with in terms of my perspective on, like, the way the world works, I guess. Okay, yeah, kill us. Just kill us, Fireball. I'm ready. Death! Death! Alright. Bring me back to town, please. I hate it here. Yay! I'm gonna be insanely pissed off if the rocket, or that boulder is not destroyed. Let's find out, though. I got money, y'all. Dollar bills. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's go revive my friend. Look, we're not inside the Duncan factory anymore. Yay! Yay, hello. But... ugh.
Can confirm Blickford would say something just like that when not pestering his dear papa for surgery money.
He really needs those kidneys replaced. Blurkvert's janky kidneys. Father, my kidneys, my nephrons are all damaged. Please, Father. Alright, last thing we're gonna do on the stream. I'm gonna go up north. We're gonna see if the rocks are destroyed. If the rocks are destroyed, great. If the rocks are not destroyed, I will be upset, but I will do all of the Duncan's factory stuff off screen. All 7 of his kidneys.
Why does that boy need so many kidneys?
Thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. Even though the Duncan's factory is annoying, I have enjoyed playing tonight. It's a fun game. I'm glad we decided to play it, because it's one of those things that I wanted to share with y'all for a while, and I just didn't know what I was going to do it. But I think it's worth having, like, a playthrough, you know, so people can see it. Because I don't feel like this one gets nearly as much attention as Mother 2, or especially 3. 3 gets a lot of attention. Well, no, I guess Earthbound still gets the most attention out of the 3, but... oh, I got a new thing! What did I get, I wonder? Oh, I got healing oh, wait, no. Do I already have that? When did I get healing beta and healing gamma?
He got those kidneys at a severe discount and out them inside himself so that he could get them all replaced and sell the extras at noon.
It's an eagle. Hey eagle. Da-ba-da-ba-da. What makes Earthbound more popular? Honestly, I would not be surprised if it is because of its, at least in the modern era, if it's because of its association with Undertale. But, I think Earthbound is kind of an easier game to play. It's more fun. It's more refined. It's got one of the best translation jobs of its time period. And it's also popularly it's the most popular cult classic, I guess would be a way to put it. It's like people know it as a cult classic, and so people become curious about it.
It's associated with Undertale because a stream boo. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of AI viewers on stream boo.
Yeah. Dan was talking about Undertale was. Oh, thank goodness! Look, it's done. Hey there. What's up here? This is the way to Union Station, right?
Look, a bitbot.
Yeah. There's a the author of Undertale, Toby Fox, has stated many times that Undertale was heavily influenced by Earthbound. So that's why people associate the two with it. What really bugs me though is when people say like, okayest viewers at Twitch. I was about to delete that, Dan, just so you know. I saw that and immediately thought, oh, it's another bot. That was the first thing I thought of. Alright, this is Union Station, right? Hello. Oh, we can get down to reindeer. Yeah, let's go to reindeer. Oh, I don't have that. Alright, well anyway, this is Union Station. The point is, we can now move forward in the game, which is great. So, for the next time we stream this, we'll probably... I think the next place we go to is Reindeer, which is, you can see down there in the south. So, that'll be that, but I think probably next time I stream, if it's not like a creative stream or something, it's going to be Mega Man, because I don't want to lose track of what I was doing in Mega Man Legends.
Does Butt have a last name? I think his last name is Ed?
Smith. Butt Smith. He manufactures butts with a hammer. Tink. Olay. Yes, there you go. Any one of those will work. Just choose the joke that is your favorite and go with that one. All right, well, I'm going to be walking down there, so I will probably just go ahead and let y'all go. But thank you for coming out. I hope you had fun. This one was a little bit longer, but it was fun for me. And eventually, we got out of that stupid factory, which was good. But yeah, if I decide to do the endurance run stream, it will either be on Saturday or Monday. Because Monday is actually Memorial Day, so it would make more sense then. But I still haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet, so I will keep y'all informed via the Discord. But I think that's it for tonight. Yeah, I'm MoeChicken. This has been Earthbound Zero, and now I'm going to fight this car. Catch you later.